Hello, hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we headed off towards Red Aronic Lighthouse after a long build-up. We climbed the tower, we came across Begammon. Unfortunately, he was not himself anymore, so we had to put him down, like a rabid beast. We are in the final raid set where we got to figure out what we gotta do next, because something's wrong with Ramza. He seems a little off. So let's see what we can find out. Greetings, citations, Tesla. I suppose you're wondering whether or not the good Genesis has finally determined where in the world our next adventure is to take us. The good news is he has. The bad news, however, now while it's not my nature to be a sensationalist, sensationalism is in my job description, so please bear with me when I tell you not all is right aboard the airship. Like the airship Lexington. Something about Alma has me deeply worried. I will not trust this information in the hands of my publisher, let alone some sullen gate guard. Shall we continue our conversation on the Prima Vista away from inquisitive ears? Alright. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. First it's Ramza, now it's Alma? God damn. Alright, what's going on? The question is then, where exactly did Ramza and his fellowship journey to? Cessa, to what do we owe this unexpected visit? I had not planned on summoning you for another several turns of the sun. I'm here for Alma. I apologize if we caused you any worry. I suppose one cannot allow a reporter in their midst and not expect her to report what she sees, though I did expect a tad more discretion from Miss Mew. Alma has, as of late, been experiencing difficulties with her health. Shurigans have been called upon to discern what exactly it is that ails her, but as far as they can tell, there is nothing physically wrong with my sister. The consensus is the rigors of an extended stay in a foreign land have taken a toll on her fragile heart. Speak of the devil. Cessa, when did you... Oh, she's down. Alma! I'm fine, brother. It's obvious you're not. You must return to your chambers of rest. Forgive me. Perhaps I shall speak again once I've regained my strength. Until then, please, look after my father. What was that supposed to mean? Well then. Now then, where were we? Ah yes, the matter of our next expedition. As we discovered during our most recent foray into the Ester Sands, the Dalmatian capital Monastery appears to lie upon the ruins of what can only be the royal city of Lazalia, the ancient capital of the lost kingdom of Ivalice. Shortly after, we stumbled across remnants of the legendary clockwork city of Gao, cleverly repurposed into a lighthouse overlooking the Red Aronic Cataract. Remnants of which now sit suspended above this fathomless chasm. Lazalia, Gaug. What have they in common, you ask? I shall tell you. They both appear in my ancestors' account of the rise of Ivalice, the derived papers. And with each new discovery, this forbidden chronicle is now proving Ivalicean legend to be more than fact and fairy tale. There's no denying the proof that, and it is a matter of time before scholars and historians from across the realm come to the same conclusions. But, as you all are aware, my aim has never been to simply prove the existence of Evilise. No, I shall not rest until I have revealed the truth of young Ramses' role in King Galito's ascension, and cleared my ancestor Orbonne Durai of the false accusations made against him by the church. Then what are we waiting for? You have a possible destination in mind. Arriving there safely, however, is another matter. Despite my pleas to do otherwise, who knows what trouble those two will see us into. Though I must admit, both Mont Blanc and his brother have been proven more than useful than I would ever have dared to imagine. When it comes to usefulness, I am first in the field. Or was it furious in the field? Would you like to feel my fur? And you wonder why Ramza despises you so, brother. They do all the work and all you do is jest. Ah, but you are mistaken, Hurdy. I bear neither you nor your brother any ill will. Any further ill will, that is. If anything, I owe you my thanks for your recent contributions. What's going on here? His thanks? Are you hearing what I'm hearing? What happened to the venom-spitting adder we all used to know and hate? Alma certainly seems pleased with the change, but forgive me for not buying into this all-too-convenient transformation. It seems a little odd. Simply showing the world that Evilise actually existed will not validate the claims chronicled in the Durai papers. Goddamn, every time after I eat. That's correct, Father. The key lies with the Ramza Beowulf. If we can find evidence of his hidden role in history, it will prove Orbonne's testimony true and safeguard our family name from ridicule. Which is why I turned the focus on my research to Galito's forgotten companion and his actions during the War of the Lions. It was only then I discovered something most intriguing: an underlying struggle with an unknown force, a force with the power to bring about calamitous ruin. Orosite, the twisted abominations we encounter in both Lazalia and Gaug, the Lucavi, they are born of these unholy crystals. While nobles of the north and south squabbled over Evilise's crown, Ramza suddenly sought to rid the world of a darker evil. Evil manifests from the deepest desires of men and women whose minds had fallen prey to the Orosite. And with each confrontation did Ramza's fellowship grow smaller. Countless companions lost to a cause that would go unwritten, yet was far more important than any clash of armies. And so did they endure, until reaching their final destination, the Orbonne Monastery. Oh, I know this one. The Orbonne Monastery was where Princess Ovelia was raised. There's a scene about it in the Zodiac Brave story. After Delete emerged victorious in his final campaign, he married the princess to legitimize his claim to the throne of Evilise. I see someone has been paying attention. But I don't understand. Why would Ramza's crusade against the Lucavi take him back there? According to the Durai papers, the sinister being who engendered the Orosite was said to have slumbered beneath the monastery. Ooh. But who, or what, had the means to create something so powerful? Ultima, the High Seraph. Ooh, that sounds like bad. That sounds like a foreboding name. A seraph? What's a seraph? Seraphs are believed by some to be servants of the gods, divine beings whose only purpose is to carry out the will of their immortal masters. As to whether or not Ultima can claim this title, however, I cannot say. Just as there were those who chose to worship Ultima and her otherworldly might, there were equally as many who feared the visitor and her deadly magics, oft referring to her as the Angel of Blood for the carnage lived in her wake. Interesting. What if the spell Cecil claims to have experienced in the Praetorium, coincidentally also called Ultima, was in fact an elegant interpretation of the very magic introduced to Heidelin by the High Seraph? But that would mean... What would that mean? I've spoken with several colleagues back in Charlene regarding their opinions on the ancient incantation. While they have yet to have little to show for the research, they all agree on one thing. In the manner in which Ultima ethereally manifests should not be possible, at least on Heidelin. So, naturally, it makes sense if we discover that the Allagans learned the spell from being not of this dimensional plane. As to exactly how they convinced the being so to impart that knowledge unto them. Not out of this plane? What manner of creature are we talking about here? Likely one similar to Omega. How long have you been listening from the shadows, my friend? Long enough. I'm here to deliver the item Makoto requested. Sid, there was no need for you to deliver it personally. A Moogle would have sufficed. A Moogle? I trust that he won't tear open the package and show it to some random adventurer? No, this was far too important. Huh. If you two don't mind, the principal was about to tell us about how to find the Orbonne Monastery. Would that I could. You don't know? Then what have we been doing here? At least Lady Mew, Lady Mew. The derived papers speak of a cataract situated in the river, on the river Zerkyle, several leagues southeast of Rabanastre. There supposedly lies the monastery. Zerkyle is not a name you'll find on any modern Dalmascan map. Rivers, however, especially ones as large as Zerkyle, is established to be are rare in a nation more than half claimed by the sand. The river we see can only be that which bisects Goldmoor and the Noxian border. And for that invaluable information, we owe thanks to our brothers Moogle. Their travels have made them the veritable authorities on Dalmascan geography. Wait, but earlier you claimed you didn't know the monastery's whereabouts. I'm confused. Its location is not what concerns me, but perhaps the Moogles themselves should explain. Why, certainly. That verdant valley of vines and vipers to where we must voyage next is home to the Viera, and therein lies our little problem. The one thing I can never say this word right is it Viera or Viera? Viera do not suffer as trespassers, not even lovable Moogles. Ooh. Our glamours kept us hidden long enough to see the jungle was teeming with ruins much like those we've discovered. Oh shit. So that is why we're still here talking instead of bound for the border. There are Vair who have spurned the strict code of the tribes, abandoning their people to come and live in the cities of Dalmasca. Finding and recruiting one to our cause might provide us insight into how to reach the Orbonne Monastery ruins. Unfortunately, the nation's current turmoil has not made it easy to accomplish this task. We still require more time. Oh sure, just send me out to find him. Great. Before boarding the shuttle here, I was stopped by a bongo on the docks. He asked me if I knew a Cecil Rai and bet I'd deliver her a message. I told him he was welcome to accompany me to the Prima Vista so he might deliver a message himself, but the man refused. Jesus Christ. Every time after I eat, man, it's always this. Makoto, I saw this device crafted to your exact specifications, but cannot guarantee that it will function as intended, seeing as I had an area subject to be tested on. What's that? Of course, Master Sid. If any trouble was met, then most likely it is my design that is to blame. What is that? Your confidence in my craftsmanship was flattering, but you sell yourself short too, my dear. Here's to your success. Good day. Jesus Christ. Every time I enter E, there's always problems in my throat. Alright. Oh, what the hell do you want? You just side quest in here? Oh. These are actually useless to me. So I don't need them. I sense that you're interested in the package Sid delivered. I have every intention to apprise you of its contents, but first I believe we should speak with Alma's condition. Do you not find her illness all too timely? Genimus and Ramza would like to believe that her bouts of vertigo are not but a result of mind fatigue, but the answer is clear. It's the auracite that plagues her. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Alma recently confided in me that she would hear her father speaking with the Odious, well before his first foray into Rabanastre. However, I do not think this is entirely true. Which is to not imply that Alma was trying to deceive us. Rather, I think she saw something that led her to believe her father was conversing with the auracite. Moreover, I suspect it was the auracite itself that granted her this vision. You recall my hypothesis of distinct frequency and NRR-type harmonic vibrations and their tendency to promote ethereal amplification? Or when I mentioned that despite being in the principles of possession for an extended period, the Odious exhibited none of the imprinting present in Duma? No? The Odious has never resonated with Genimus. It has always been his wife's pendant and his auracite shard, the Virgo, that fueled his passion for Evilise. No, the Odious is bound to Alma's deepest desires, whatever those may be. The only reasons I can fathom that Alma has not fallen victim to the auracite's grasp is that her desires are not as strong as those we have witnessed in Argath or Bergamond. That, and the ethereal interference caused by other nearby shards. I have explained all this to Alma and recommended that she destroy the necklace, yet not only did she refuse, she begged me to keep this revelation from her father. And so I did the only thing I could. I devised a means which I might impede, or at least lessen the effects of the Odious. This device, which is still incomplete, will amplify the NNR wavelengths emitted by the Virgo. This should work to interfere with those emitted by the Odious, thereby shielding Alma from the brunt of their effect. The city below is abuzz with the word of a banging brigade loitering on the airship landing. Do you think it could be someone we know? Brigand, not brigade. Alright, what's going on? Wagi, what's up, buddy? Apologies, that's up. I need to speak with you, and you alone. Oh, don't mind me. I'll be floating over here in perfect earshot. Why you? What makes you think I won't let you love right here and right now? Because we're here to offer you a proposition, that's what. We need information on the Golmore jungle, and thought a man as well traveled as you might be persuaded to provide some. Golmore? You of all creatures should know that as Viraland. What are you offering then? Well, the opportunity to tell us what you know. Gentlemen, please, our next adventure lays beneath the jungle canopy. I should have expected as much. Very well, Cecil, I came to ask if you would meet with someone. Now it seems that someone may be able to assist Genimus as well. Seeing as you and the principal did right by us before, I do not see a reason why I cannot take both of you. Alright. Let me know when you're ready to depart from Rabanastre. We will travel in our airship. The Prima Vista would draw too much unwanted attention. Alright. Back to a life of brigander in the clouds, are we? Of course not. Not that didn't cross our minds, but when faced with the decision of what to do next, we needed simply to remember the dying words of our leader. Gaiju, Reinok, and I decided to re-enlist as Dalmascan Fusiliers. And the occupying guardian said yes. Actually said yes? Not exactly. We're not with the resistance. You have no doubt heard about the uprising in Dalmasca that followed the Doman liberation, and how it was crushed under the iron heel of the 4th Legion? I haven't. The resistance leaders were captured, tortured, and publicly executed. Yet much to the Empire's chagrin, the gruesome display only served to further rally the survivors. Remove one head, two go back in its place. And remove 2, then there are 4. The person can die, but an ideal will live on. Now there exist several factions throughout Dalmasca. We belong to one known as Lente's Tears. And when we told our commanding officer of our recent crossing with you and yours, she simply insisted that we introduce you. Me? Well, I wasn't even supposed to be here. Not you, hairball. Her. Huh. Meet with the general and hear her proposal, Cecil. If you're not interested, we shall return you to Kogane unharmed. You have our... Koro, got your tongue? Rubbing us for dead heads, lads. Wonderful. Hey, look, we're back. This way. We have many mobs to cover before nightfall. Alright, we are in the Garam Scythe waterway, apparently now. What is it? Where are we going? Oh, that's a Vira. I've done as asked. I bring you the Liberator. And here I thought she'd be taught. Why? Come on! You're the second person to say that. Oh, I recognize that face. I knew it. Elvira. I'm Fran, proud daughter of Dalmasca and General Lente's Tears. And yes, Moogle, I am Elvira. Are you surprised? Why, yes, in fact, I am. We're kind of all supposed to be living amongst the trees, having shut in contact with the outer world. There's supposedly a few of who left the homes, but I most certainly do not expect to see one here in this sewer. Indeed. This Bonga claims you seek Orbonne. Does he speak true? Those ruins lie deep within Golmore Jungle, a place most sacred to my sisters. They would take great offense were you to defile it with your presence. What is more, Bawagi tells me you travel with Garleans, openly aiding those who would see our nation burn. How can we place our trust in one who do such? I guess I can see his point. My blade has tasted the blood. Technically, I don't have a blade, I have a staff. And then you know the Empire and its people are one and the same. When you slay an Imperial soldier, you're not slaying an individual, you are slaying the enemy. Your companions, Liberator, are the enemy, despite their supposed change of heart. You must understand, Kind Generous does not approve of the Emperor's warmongering. He wants to help Dalmasca and its impoverished masses. And what would a Moogle know about my people? Is your blood run Damascus red? We could cut you open and find out. General, there is no need for threats. You're right, Bawagi. Listen, parley. Parley? Parley. First, the resistance requires men. Men and women from Doma and the Ares Alliance to join us in ridding Damascus of its imperial invaders. Your past deeds have made you well known to the leaders of both. They will listen to you, and if not, they will listen to these scions which you claim allegiance. Second, the resistance requires gold. Gold to strengthen our forces from within. Your eyes are embedded with the East Aldenar Trading Company, which continues its dealings with Garlemald, even as you raise your sword against them, profiting from the Empire's rampant aggression. As targets of that aggression, I believe my people are entitled to a portion of those profits. Grant me these simple things, and I shall personally guide you safely to the ruins of Orbonne. And what are the Lexing tales? See me to victory, and I'll take the Emperor himself. Those are my conditions. What say you? I don't know. I'll deliver your request to science, but I can promise no more. Tell me my demands, but know the fate of your expedition hangs on how well you do so. I'd say we have our work cut out for us. Bawagi, even the fusiliers are to accompany the Liberator. I expect a detailed report on how my demands are received. Yes, General. Alright, well... Fran's more aggressive this time around. Not that I expect them to be taken seriously. You're a fool to trust them, Princess. What an adventure. Just think, by tomorrow we could all be the newest members of the Damascus Resistance. Not that I'm ready to give up my place on Prima Vista just yet. Hurry, hurry! If I don't tell someone about our adventure quick, I'll positively burst. Oh boy. This won't ask much of us. The Vira have ever been wary of outsiders. For centuries their main tribes have remained hidden in the jungles, content with their self-imposed solitude. Each tribe has its own strict code, as well as met swift punishment to any who defy these laws. As such, many a Vira will spend her entire life bound to the territory of her ancestors, both unwilling and unable to venture beyond its borders. And while tribes are wholly independent, they have agreed to uphold a single standard, shun all contact with the outside world unless it is to protect the jungle. That said, with every generation, there are those Vira who long for life beyond the verdant sea of trees and abandon their tribes to start a new life in the kingdom cities. My guess is that this Fran is one such individual, who also happens to be the only individual we know who can guide us to the monastery. It seems Cecil's sword arm won't be enough to see us through this predicament. She'll need to don the right mantle of a diplomat if we're to convince the alliances and the East Aldenar Trading Company to grant us aid. What could go wrong? Lots of things, I could say. Let me make a few calls. Yes, I know you said not to call unless it was urgent, but this is urgent. Alright, not exactly, but my superiors have come to a decision on your request, and I thought you might want to hear what they had to say. Oh, let me preempt any request for immediate disclosure for a reminder that the information is much too sensitive to discuss over Link Pearl. Meet me at the Ruby Bazaar post haste, I shall duly apprise you of their judgment. Well then, Cecil, what are you waiting for? I know that said that was Midgard someone that's clearly Bahamut. Before. I've read about how you united the whole Eorzea under a single standard and convinced the Holy See to end a 1,000-year conflict. Compared to that, asking for a few soldiers and a coffer or three of Gil should be pieces of roll and barricade. Well, I hope so. I suppose we should inform Bawagi down at Kugane Landing of our progress. He mentioned he was to keep an eye on us. Alright. Lord. So you've an answer from East Aldenard already. Impressive. It seems that the Lady Fran has underestimated your influence amongst the realm's players. I assume you have no objections to me joining you then. Alright. Take me away! Ooh, Bazaar, here I come! That is not my sprint button. That is the twirl around them. That's my twirl the staff button. Hancock awaits us in the bazaar. Shall we, Cecilla? A lovely lady and, Banga? And here I was expecting you to be alone, Cecilla. But excuse my manners. I'm Hancock, representative of the East Alnar Trading Company, assigned to oversee her assets here in Kugane. And it's a pleasure to meet you. Picture! Oh. I'm Yugiri. We apologize for making you come all this way. Not that it's far from the landing to. Bawagi, was it? I serve Lord Heian, rightful ruler of Doma. I would come bear my lord's brought your entreaty. And I am Tataru of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn. I'm only here seeing as no one else could be bothered. Well, that and to bear a message from the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance. Thank you both for coming. I am Bawagi, formerly of the Damascus Royal Fusiliers. I now claim allegiance to Lente's Tears, a resistance group seeking to accomplish what you have in Doma and Alamigo. What tidings have you brought us? Allow me to begin then. While the East Aldenar Trading Company sympathizes with your plight, we're not in a position to grant you the funding you seek. Oh, that did. Oh. Struck out one. As you're aware, the East Aldenar Trading Company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters political or personal. And what of our relationship with the Eorzean Alliance? Yes. What I meant to say was, here in Hingashi, the East Aldenar Trading Company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters political and, You must understand our position. Simply supplying coin to any one group would make it appear that we are somehow in favor of that group over another. Seeing as we conduct business openly and fairly with everyone, doing such would be sending the wrong message, and ultimately harm profits. Yes. And by selling to both sides, you maximize profits while good men and women perish. How convenient. We are a business, milady. We do what we must to survive. That does not mean, however, we are blind to the needs of our customers or our allies, which is why we support the Eorzean Alliance and their noble efforts to safeguard the realm's freedom through a mutually beneficial arrangement. If it were my choice, I would provide your little resistance with all the funding it needs, but as my good friend Cecila knows all too well, it is not my choice. Alright, well, I can only be mad at what everyone else said. Well, now that Hancock's thoroughly lowered your spirits, you won't be as crestfallen when I inform you that yours the Alliance will also be unable to provide any assistance. Yeah, I expected as much. But let me guess, you did everything in your power to try to convince the leaders of each city-state, only to watch as they politely declined our proposal, claiming an unfortunate lack of intelligence or resources. Wait, how did you... Lord Hedon sends his greetings to you and yours, and under normal circumstances would welcome allies still suffering under the Imperial yoke. However, word has it that the latest attempt at reclaiming your kingdom ended in failure, resulting in the loss of countless lives, including many of the resistance leaders. You're not mistaken. Our army is not what it once was. Those remaining have been forced to take refuge deep within beneath the streets of Rabanastre. The 4th Legion have already defeated you once. Lacking unity and leadership, the current resistance will not survive another tilt against the Empire's disciplined ranks. If Doma is to join hands with Dalmasca as an ally, you must first prove to us that you will stand as one. Doma as a full-fledged ally would serve far better than striking our cause than a few temporary soldiers. Yet, even if we were able to wrest Dalmasca from the Empire's grasp without unity amongst your people, the resulting chaos would prove even more perilous to the kingdom. You understand much of our situation. And based on that understanding, you would refuse your aid to Lente's tears. Am I correct? Do not mistake me. Lord Hedon's refusal is but a message to help you plan your next step. You have a wise master. He understands that without proper planning, driving one enemy from your midst simply creates room for the next. Lady Fran no doubt be pleased to hear that your response was exactly what she expected. You knew this whole time that your demands would be rejected, yet still you let this farce play out? You have my apologies, but this is all necessary to prove an important point to our leader. Well, looks like we're on our own. Lady Fran needed to show the princess just exactly what she was getting herself into, and your honesty today will serve us better than any hollow promise. Thank you. Wait, what about the Gomor jungle? Oh, so much for that. Can you believe this? We're right back we're right back where we started. Principal Genimus will not be pleased. Well, yeah, that could have gone way better. Responses were obvious though. Alright. If it is as you say, it is most unfortunate. But I suppose we did everything in our power, and that is all one could ask. I still don't understand. Why would Lady Fran insist on this wild Paisa chase if she knew from the start it would be for naught? blogging mentions something about Fran improving a point to their leader, whomever that may be. People in positions of power can prove both naive and stubborn creatures. Simply telling a leader she is wrong may not convince her of the fact. Seeing one's own plan fail, however, is often the best medicine. Naive and stubborn? Then resistance is doomed. If a person as imposing as Fran is taking orders from her, then chances are this leader is even worse. I'll not be so certain, Mont Blanc. My guess is that the individual in question is still quite young and inexperienced, and that Lady Fran is trying to reteach her to be an effective leader through an example. By allowing her to make her own mistakes, Fran is granting her the ability to learn and grow from them, an experience that will ultimately benefit her when the time comes to make some truly difficult decisions. Now, I seem to recall reading that one of the many faces of the resistance before the recent quelling was a young girl of royal blood. Do you suppose... Let me cease your basis of presumptuous defector. The door was open. Huh. And you would be? I would be here on orders from the leader of Lente's Tears, against my better judgment, mind you. Greetings, Lady Fran, I presume? I am Generous and Lexentale, principal of the Majestic Theater Company. You and your colleagues are most welcome in the Prima Vista. What is it your leader would have of us? While you have failed in meeting with even a single of our demands, she recognizes that you are sincere in your attempts to see them fulfilled, and for that effort, you are to be compensated. That is most generous. So who is this leader? Is it Ash? Young female with royal blood? But no, she's dead. The ruins which you seek are hidden behind a waterfall here, point roughly equidistant from the river's source and its delta. Give our thanks, Lady Fran. We will not forget this kindness. Father, I shall plot a course immediately. Ramza, what's going on here? Alma, you should be in bed. I've slept enough, brother. Tell me, who are our guests? My audio's like staticky a little bit. It appears you once again prepare a leap into danger's maw. Keep your wits by you, Cecila. Lady Fran is strong. Then again, so is Bagammon. Huh. If you'll excuse me. Are you mad? A trip to the service in your condition? Listen to me, brother. The High Seraph beckons. She speaks to me through the odious. The what? There is no need to worry. Makoto and I have already devised a plan. I can help clear our family name. The Charlene has no say in this. I'm your father, and I insist you remain here on the airship. What would your mother say if I allowed aught to befall you? Mother? That is what this is about, isn't it? What it's always been about. You care not about evil use of the Aura name. No, you seek only to use the Aura to bring Mother back. But you haven't been able to do that. You still don't understand how exactly it is that the shards translate one's desires into reality. That is where I can help. I can ask the High Seraph. It is she who created the Aura site. Ultima has bid me to come to her place of imprisonment. If we free her, she'll reveal to us the secrets of her creations. Do you hear what you're saying, Alma? Even if there was a slightest chance of bringing Mother back, we cannot risk your life in doing so. Your brother is right. We've sacrificed too much already. I cannot bear the thought of losing you. Either of you. Oh. It is too late! It's so lonely, Father. How much do you love Ramza more than you do for me? Do not be caused in by your daughter's words, for they are not her own. No. Help me, Roms. Alma! Well, that happened. No. No! Gods forfend. I told you, no one can control the power with those shards. No one. Cecily, here, take this. It might be the only thing that can save Alma, but we must hurry to the monastery. Come, we'll leave for the Goldmore jungle. Now. Well. Have your permission to depart, Cecilla? Every moment we tarry here, my sister, she... Alright. Then hold on, I've set the engines to full speed. This is full speed. This is slow speed. Welcome to the land of my people. It would be a poor lie if I said I did not miss it some. Alma! Or Alma. Oh. I thought she was shining into the jungle. Ramza, help me. Alma! Be gone! Alma! Ramza! Blood of the Invokers. Fulfill the ancient covenant and grant unto me the vessel promised. Uh-oh. Oh, he got sucked into the void. What just... Bawagi, to me, this girl's not well. I suggest we continue this back at the Prima Vista. Oh, who's that? Oh! Have you courage to face true evil? People who play Final Fantasy Tactics would know that. Who that is. What are you gawping at? The ship is this way! Well, shit hit the fan real fast. Now Ramza's gone? Oh, dearest Tia, what have I done? What have I done? We need to do something. But what recourse is left to us? The only means we had of protecting ourselves could not even prevent my son from being sucked into the void. I'm sorry, Genimus. My design was flawed. Not necessarily, Charlian. We all saw how it succeeded in drawing Alma back from the rift and shattering the Odious. The loss of the boy was not yours to bear. Our focus here should not be on our failures, but what we have learned from them. The being beyond the rift. It spoke before claiming Ramza. It referred to you as the blood of its invokers. Could it be your ancestors are responsible for Ultima summoning? Well, certainly not. I've discovered no much such interference anywhere in the Droid papers. Besides, tales of the High Seraph existed far before even the earliest of Evilisen legends. Then who exactly did summon Ultima, and why does she think them your kin? Look! I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, got a headache. The headaches are back. Oh, where's this at? Who's this? This looks like Delita. Ramza dead? You lie about as well as you carry yourself in battle, Orin. I did not say he was dead, my lord Delita. Merely that he had abandoned his mortal vessel, entrusting his ethereal soul to the Aurosite. But why would he do such a thing? Peace has finally come to Evilise. There's nothing to be had for their sacrifice. Their kingdom is won, and his victory is as much as it is mine. He risked life and limb to shield me from the dark that would have seen me perish. Without him, I would not be standing here before you. It is my duty as both king and colleague to see him saved. Knights, to me! We ride for Orbonne. My lord, wait! Ajora Glabados, first of the Zodiac Braves, was not the hero the church would have you believe. He betrayed Mother Hydaelyn for the promise of coin and summoning, coin and power, summoning forth terrible evil from the depths of the celestial abyss. It was believed only one of the lands chosen, only a warrior of light might stand against this threat. Yet, while victorious in battle, Ramza was unable to see the darkness vanquished. If failure was all that awaited our warrior of light, what chance did you presume any other might stand? Are you saying I should just do nothing then? No, my lord Ramza. No, my lord. Ramza is. My brother's final wish before he spurned into the ether was that his name be struck from the annals of history. Alma, you're unhurt. But I was led to believe none but Orin returned from the Orbonne. What is this you speak of your brother's wishes? When it became apparent that we were powerless to truly defeat the High Seraph, we chose the only path left to us, to do what Hydaelyn herself did countless centuries past, imprison Ultima. And as you're aware, my lord, a prison is only as strong as the seal on its gates. Ramza sacrificed his body to ensure the Angel of Blood would never again walk the land, and he believed that if people knew of the sacrifice, they would only inspire them to seek out the Holy Stones, and repeat the mistakes of those who came before. If you truly avouch yourself his friend, then you'll honor this, his final plea. No! Ramza should not be forgotten. He should be raised up as a hero for his deeds and claim his rightful place at my side. He might be my knight gallant. He's gone, my lord. Before Ramza was your friend, before he was my brother, he was a warrior of light. He did what he did for the Heidelin, and for those who would one day, too, heed the crystal's call. Ramza! Claim the throne, my friend. Become ruler of Evil East and restore peace to this war-torn realm once and for all. Wait, Ramza! Don't leave me, please, I beg of you! You will make a fine and just king, Delita. See you do not stray from that path. Ramza! The stones in these two necklaces are certainly will guide the heroes of the new era to Ramza. 'Tis what Ramza wished, my lord. Oren, I do not believe I can bear another farewell this day. Will you not reconsider my offer to remain as a member of my court? 'Tis but a matter of time before the Cardinal and his Temple Knights grow wise to my past. I will not have my presence here implicate you as well. Ramza beseeched me to strike his name from history, but like you, my lord, I could not bear the thought of failure generations blind to the truth. As such, I penned this chronicle of the hero's journeys. I fear the world, however, was not yet ready for the gospel contained within these pages, nor would the church ever allow its circulation. In fact, I believe that they will confiscate every existing copy and lock them away in their library. And what better way for words to remain forever preserved than the most highly guarded vaults in all the realm? Then, one day, when the church has fallen out of favor, the chronicle will be discovered, and truth shall prevail. I must admit, your plan is intriguing, Oren. But once the church learns that it was you who penned the chronicle, your life... Whoa, let's see what's going on here. I see what's happening here. Cecila! It was the echo, wasn't it? The removal of Ramza's name from the history books, the derived papers, the pendants, was all set in motion by Oren himself. And if the Liberator's visions are to be taken as fact, it also appears we now know what the High Seraph meant by blood of my invoker. She was not speaking of ancestors in the sense of actual kin, but the line of those chosen by Hyland to serve her as warriors of light. But then why abduct Ramza, or even Alma, unless there's something you haven't been telling us? She was using us to lure Cecil as her vessel the High Seraph desires. This matron's teats! Alma, how long have you been awake? I've been a fool. I told her earlier that it did not matter if our request was refused, for I had an alternative ploy. General. It's alright, Bawagi. My intention was to claim one of these ore sites in the name of the Resistance and use its power to lay waste to the garden occupants. Only now do I realize how flawed my ambitions were. I mean, this whole time you were playing this for fools? Why didn't we see it earlier? Never trust a woman with ears longer than mine, I always say. You've every right to be angry, and I apologize for misleading you. But believe me, I no longer have any desire to deceive you or yours. I shall see you to the Orbonne Monastery and ask not in return, but that you let me join you in your rescue of Ramza. Do not misunderstand me. I do not do this for any one of you. I do it for my people in both Gomor and Rabanastre. People who may die if this High Seraph is allowed to return to power. Well, that seems logical. Oh, Lord. Alright, the Orbonne Monastery. So my experience with this raid isn't very much. I remember nothing about this raid. I didn't do this raid a whole lot. It's been so long since I did this raid, like, you have no idea. I don't even remember the last time I did the Orbonne Monastery. But it's been a long time since I did it. And I think the last time I actually did it was when I joined in progress near the end. So I don't remember how any of the bosses were, as opposed to the last two. I think Orbonne Monastery is the one dungeon, or not the one dungeon, the one raid I've barely ever done in this entire game, out of all the raids this game has. Alright, so while that's going on, let's sell more stuffs. Why not? I'll throw it on there. That's trash. Alright. Let's sell it for 20,000. Alright, never mind. That was fast. Alright, well, this is going to be eventful. Huh. Can't even throw out an orchestrating roll? Really? Alright. This is going to be something. This is going to be the experience. The ruins of the monastery lie ahead, but I do not think the path will be easy. Yeah. From what I barely remember, it wasn't easy. Harpies? My sisters would not allow this, unless... It's the ghoulies! Alright, is this thing not gonna target anything? No? He's gonna spam AoEs, huh? Alright. Impressive. Perhaps you are deserving of your accolades, but do you have an answer for this? This mist? Or is it ether? This all feels familiar, like back in Redorana. God, look at this place. It's a beautiful location, but only the name of these ruins lives in the honor of my people. We have no knowledge of their past, nor do we wish it. Trespassing to the monastery is avoided unless except when necessary. I imagine this is what it's like to be swallowed by a mortal. Really? That's quite an exaggeration. Ahead, I see someone. No, something. My name is Monastery Bonanza, and all paths lead through me. Alright. As I said, I don't remember anything about this raid, so I'm going in blind. This is effectively a blind raid. Good thing I moved. Nothing I cannot fix. And all Final Fantasy Tactics wore the lines. This is probably one of my favorite things in that whole game. Ooh. Almost got squished. Oh shit. Huh. Oh shit, my controller! No, my controller! Oh wow, we all got fucked. Oh. Controller! Okay. My audio's like lagging badly. Oh fuck. Woo. Uh-oh. I'm... Oh, that thing got flattened up. Wasn't me this time. Oh. Tell me, what's your darkest fear? Oh fuck. Oh, I thought I was gonna detonate that. Oh fuck. I'm gonna get hit by that. Yep. Here he is. The last time I was here, the only thing was holding watch over these stones was a deafening silence. Could it be that those guardians rose from slumber upon sensing your master's aura sight? The ether here is different. Is this joy I feel? There's so much dialogue. When the Empire marched upon Red Monastery, many who lived in the desert fled east to the sanctuary of the jungle. Some who were not turned away by my sisters are said to have taken refuge here. This wine looks good enough to drink. Do you think we should? No? Alright. Huh. There! Another Kavi? It appears to be a knight, but how? The Beowulf youth guides your fate, but have you the faith to fulfill his legacy? It's Agrius. all the people that we've been fighting, all of the Lucavi, are actual party members from War of the Lions. Agrius, Mustadio. That's unusable. Alright, I have something unusable. That's great. Raise your shield against the falling light.
名脈は無情にして惜しむるべからず葬る駆動無明剣忠義のために鬼神の降りて乱るる心されば人かくも小さなものなり乱命喝殺だ
Alright, Lion Day just got wiped off the face of the earth. Raise your sword against the coming knights.
主張の星の七つの影の経絡を断つ北斗ゴッサイダ
Oh, fuck.
大気乱す力震え我が腕をして先行とならん無双稲妻つき
Is there a purpose of somebody who's an LB? Some shit coming after me. Christ, man. Shit. Is it the shield? Oh, fuck.
Hito no yume wa hakanaku moro. されど夢を語らずして叶うわけもなし見せてみろ貴様の信念とその証を
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh, it's a big AoE. Oh, it's over. Yeah. RIP!
我ら罪深きイバリースの子らに救済をヘブンリージャッジメント天の願いをむ
Oh shit, man. Oh, actually, someone was alive. Oh, they must have revived at the end. Okay, so I still learned absolutely nothing.
命脈は無情にして惜しむるべからず葬る駆動無明剣。忠義のために。
To be fair, I have no idea what the usable items are for. Playing this by ear, pretty much.
されば人核も小さなものなり乱命合殺だ。貴重な星に7つの影の経絡を断つ北斗ゴッサイだ。
So I'm assuming the shield, the swords are to break those barriers? And then the shield are supposed to help me stop from getting that invulnerability? Or that vulnerability? I think?
大気乱す力震え我が腕をして先行とならん無双稲妻突き。
Oh fuck. Oh! I get it now. I'm smart.
人の夢は儚くもろう。されど夢を語らずして叶うわけもなし。見せてみろ貴様の信念とその証を。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
我ら罪深きイバリースの子らに救済を。 ヘブンリージャッジメント。天の願いを胸に刻んで神道滅却、成功爆裂破。討ち取る。いざ参る。
Oh, good. Sucked into the ether. He deals so much damage with that. It's ridiculous, man. Holy shit.
潔く散るがいい。すべてを貴様に託すとしよう。頼んだぞ。
Pythagoras.
今こそあなた様のもとへと。
She was the knight most notable for her She was the knight most notable for her sacrifice, and my sister will want to know much of her tale. Let me guess, someone from the Divine Papers? Path ends here, but that arcane circle. Do you believe with some gate? Oh my god, there's too much text for me to read. Too fast. Where the hell am I now? Audio is not very not happy with me. Keeps like bugging out. Once when I was very young, I heard the elders speak of a dark sea where the horrors that harm nightmares dwell. The Necrohole, they called it. The Necrohole of Malunde. Malunde? Now, where have I heard the name before? It's the Thunder God! It's Orlando! Okay, now this fight, I kind of remember, but kind of don't. Mostly towards I don't, but alright.
真を折れて乱れるここされば人核も小さなものなり乱命喝殺だ大気満たす力我が腕をして先行とならん無双稲妻付け霊脈は無情にして惜しむるべからず大門不動無名剣神に背きし剣の極その目で見るがいい闇の剣我に愛にし不幸を呪うがよい押しを振れ聖剣爆撃だお手並み拝見
They got cleaved.
地上の星の7つの影の経絡を断つ北斗こサイド死ぬも生きるも剣持ち定め地獄で悟れ恩の剣地獄の鬼首よる刃の空に舞う無限地獄の百万遊術冥界狂狂だ と呼ばれた男、権勢も誇りにかけて究極奥義を披露しようぞ。その目に焼き付けるがいい。バランスブレイク。お手並み拝見。無駄だ。
Guys, so much health, dude. I'm not even we're only half. Oh, fuck.
隙など与えぬ。逃がすとでも。天の願いを胸に刻んで神道滅却、成功爆裂破。盾なるは心の盾とならざるなり。油断大敵、強行破天突き。
Look at all the circles of domes of death.
嵐と共に葬り去る。滅びの呼び声を聞け。攻撃兵糧派。お手並み拝見。退けるとはバレん。我がこれにてしまいということか。さらばだ。
As I said before, the ether, its flow is much stronger now.
Nanji は我が剣と霊族のものか、それとも地を這う
非力なるものか。誰でも構わぬ。足元の石を汝に与えよう。汝の望みをその石が叶えようぞ。その石を手にしたらこの煉獄から立ち去るがよい。我が栄意を邪魔する者なかれ。
Oh boy. Let's see how this goes, shall we? Oh wait, I'm targeting. No, I'm targeting anybody. Then why is it working? Oh, this again, huh? Oh, good. God damn, it's the mechanics of 3 different experts. Oh fuck. Oh, I didn't think I'd get out of that one. It's time to end this. She weaves her foul magics. And we can see it from her dome. To me, heroes! To me!
怯え震えよ。命つなぎ止める光。天の塔とならん。アルティメットナイファイア。干渉は許さぬ。
What's she doing? Bear will not last. We must stop her. Is it over? Such fury. it's not the time to stay our blades. Okay. Children of Heidelin, make it swift. You are her only hope.
面白い。我がアルティメットなりファイヤを忍ぶ
Dude,
と
look
は
at that. Her health is back to full. Now the real fight begins.
漆黒の暗渠より悪鬼を招かん。サボンダークネス。我に廃棄せよ。我を恐れよ。我に廃棄せよ。
I don't understand what's going on, but oh, I just got fucking melted. Shit. Oh,
漆黒
fuck.
の暗渠より悪鬼を招かん。サボンダークネス。漆黒の暗渠より悪鬼を招かん。サボンダークネス。我に行動せよ。
Oh boy. I can't do any of my actions. Fuck, can't go that way. I wasn't even near that. Are you serious?
漆黒の暗渠より悪鬼を招かん。
Uh-oh.
サボンダークネス。我を恐れよ。我の力すべて解き放とうぞ。
I can't see because the red mage is away. The red mage is
漆
sick
黒の
around
暗
me.
渠より悪鬼を招かん。サボンダークネス。
Oh shit, man.
我はイバリンスの神にして非力なる者どもの母ぞ。なぜ我が予備に開拓されねばならぬ。
Whew. Fuck, dude. That was a fight. Those are great rolls. 9, 51, 27. I can get Agrius's armor. I can get, I believe that's Mustadio's armor? Yeah, unless I get it, unless someone rolls a low number 51, I ain't gonna win these two. Nope. Worth a shot, I guess. Shit, not to fight. This whole raid sequence, I mean. Oh, look who it is. It's Ramza. In the middle of all the stones and junk. He's awake! Was it truly him? Thank you. Thank you all for coming to my aid. Oh. Who's this? It's Ramza himself. And you have my thanks, noble warrior of light. You achieved what I could not. And you bear my blood and blood of House Durai. Thank you for seeing my final wish fulfilled. There's Mustadio, there's Agrius, and there's Orlando. Go on, you're not gonna show their faces, really? My sacrifice has finally been given meeting. Chocobos! Look at all the peoples. Now, my friends, let's retire to Mother Hydaelyn's bosom that we may finally rest. Farewell. You are the true heroes of this story. It's Delita. Delita, how I have missed you, old friend. Forgive me, Ramza. You deserve better than what the history gave you. I could have done more. I'm truly sorry. Oh, there's Orin and Alma. These countless centuries did I long for the day we might meet once more. And again, the time has finally come. Hydaelyn beckons us both. Oh man. I'm so sorry, Ramza. Alma. I convinced myself my research was the most important thing in my life, while all the while you two were standing before me. Can you find it in your hearts to forgive your father? It's alright. We are still here, are we not? We triumphed. We proved your theory true. Iblis existed, Ramza existed, and Orin Durai was not a heretic, but a hero. Now all that remains is to tell the world. No, my son, we didn't burden ourselves further. But father, we cannot allow our ancestors' name to remain. And we will not. It's simply not the matter you think. I shall be adding the final act to the Zodiac Brave story, telling of how Ramzan, the forgotten hero, and his chronicler, Orin Durai, smote the Angel of Blood and saved Iblis from an Angel of Darkness, or Age of Darkness, before quietly embarking on a final journey that would take them far beyond the horizon. And of course, I shall not leave out those nameless heroes who fought alongside Ramza. My audio's like bugging out, without whom the young noble would surely have perished. Was that what you truly want, Father? For the story to end? It will only end on the stage, my dear, and live on the hearts of the crowd. King Delita and Orin envisioned the Virgo as a beacon which would lead the future generations to the truth about the founding of the kingdom. They were right, and just as the penance guided us, we shall guide the masses through our play. And now you see, my son. I would offer my thanks again, Sessa, but thanks are not nearly enough to express my gratitude for all you have given us. Perhaps after I complete the Zodiac Brave story, I shall pen a tale about the legendary hero Light and her adventures across the 3 great continents. Then you'll have your work cut out for you, my friend. Cecil has enough battles under her belt to fill out at least 3 tomes, if not 4. You stop doing that, Sid. And her tale is far from over, isn't it? Well, he's not wrong. Front row seats? Oh. Alright, this is our final dress rehearsal for the night. Make it count. Positions, everyone. Yes, Principal. Lights! Music! There'll be no mistakes from you two, am I clear? Mother crystal clear. They're going to perform the final act. Begin! Whatever will we do? The church is branded as heretics. No one home waits us in Evilise. We shall embark on a journey together. Together? Together. The crystal's cause has been answered and evil vanquished from the land. We're now free to soar like the griffin. Free? But how? By casting off our noble names and forging a new path, one not bound by fate. And on that path we shall meet new friends, make a new family. On that path, until we shall entrust the true tale of our deeds, that they may carry on our legacy for all eternity. Sword in hand, a soul warrior clutches stone to breast. In sword etched he his fading memories. In stone he his tempered skill. By sword attested, by stone revealed. Their tale can now be told. Bravo, bravo, you both are wonderful. I'm inclined to agree with Lady Miu's sentiments, but there is also always room for improvement. Back to your positions, everyone. Again from the top. Again? I've had enough of this. I promised a starring role. Is my contract. Oh, hush, brother. Before Jim has his back to the polishing boot buckles again. Nice. Meanwhile, in the clockwork city of Gaug, what's going on here? Judge. Well, Noah von Gabronx, huh? Sir, further research will be required to reach a positive conclusion, but preliminary tests show that the technology utilized here bears striking similarities to our own. Excellent. Let the Aorizons play with their baubles. True power lies within these very walls. It appears our ancestors were as cunning as they were ruthless. Who's this guy? A weapon powerful enough to carve a gateway into the weapon's land's very core. His radiance will be eager to test this Tartarus. Wouldn't you all agree? Uh-oh. Oh, interesting. Interesting. As interesting as it is, this is actually the end of the raids. So honestly, I don't know where that picks up from. Maybe in Boja? Well, wasn't that adventure, Cecila? It's sad to think that we must soon part ways, but with all we've been through these past few moons. Sad about the city's unwillingness to turn them over to the Garlands, Genimus has decided to purchase a permanent berth above Kugane and for the Prima Vista. Supposedly he has already received petitions from hundreds of Geico and Gainin to join the company. And then there is the matter of my assignment. You'll be delighted to learn that I am almost finished. What? I expect one writing expose went off battling forces of evil from beyond the void. Don't you worry though. I'll have a few more weeks and I'll have a draft. I'll write an outline. Until then, I'll stay here in Kugane a while longer. At the Raven's expense, of course. Farewell. Alright, and that is actually the end of the raids. Oh, shit, man. So that is the end of the raid set for Stormblood. So, when we come back, we will finally continue with the story and dive into the post-game of Stormblood. So, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.